new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Oh my gosh. All right. Good morning. Hello. Hi. It's me, Lupinefiasco. God, it was hard to get out of bed this morning, which is why I'm late to starting the stream, and then just trying to set up the overlays and the everything, and oh my gosh, and then the sound was off. It's been a real trying morning, but you know, all that means is we're getting all the bad beats out now, so that when we play Kayo today, we don't just, you know, discard all of our blood rushes off the top of our deck. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Is that normal, John, being a mess? You know, yeah. It's Kayo gaming, right? It's just it's brute life. It's just always a mess and everything goes wrong. So yeah, what am I doing today? It's just good old Kayo gaming. It's in the title, prepping for RTNs. I'm pretty committed to Kayo at this point. I don't think he's the best deck. I think he has a lot of trouble with the best decks in the format, unfortunately. But he always has the capacity to win. He can always high roll with Blood Rush. His numbers are good. He has a fridge. He's not lower than like 40% into any of his bad matchups. But sitting down for a good old 40-60 can feel bad at times. But he's always got win potential. He's very rarely going to lose to a worse deck. Hey, Steven. So I feel like he is a good pick for RTN. I'm pretty happy to play him out. So we've got Talishar open. We're just going to get some reps. This is my most recent update to... We'll even do Comp Classic Constructed. You know what? Playing Armed KO over RKO is interesting. I'm not super practiced on RKO. It isn't that I think it's a bad deck, and I think, I've played Pleiades before. If I qualify for Nats, I will swap from KO to RKO. I think the deck is really interesting. I would like to try playing it. My only problem with it is just, I don't know it super well. Marionette pitching double red for Hunter's Clave. We're gonna block with Vigorous Smash Up. I'm kind of assuming that we're getting flicked here. I have a blue on top of my deck. Do I want to sink Wrecker Romp? I think the answer is yes, I do. I don't super need a blue on top of my deck. I have a blue in hand. I now have a Vigor. Scar Tissue gets there, of course. And we're getting flicked? Sure, so you're just opening up a slot for Calicera. I think RKO is a fine deck. We have a lot of gravy in my area, and without knowing the deck super well, I'm pretty concerned about the gravy matchup. So that's, you know, something to be concerned about. I mean, this turn definitely starts with, well, oh, good, the random flip into Black Widow, so they don't even need to use Mask of Deceit. We've got 2 floating. I've got a Bear Fangs and a Buckwild in hand. I assume what I'm doing... Yeah, I mean, maybe I did want that blue. I don't want the action point. What I assume I'm doing... I have a couple of lines. The, like, good line is just play Bear Fangs. And then hope that I get... Okay, well, if I'm getting inertia trapped, then my line changes. I do wish I had a resource to Mandible Claw here. I'm going to break the chain. We Gauntlets of Tyrannical Rex. And then we Bear Fangs. Don't diss my Aura Guardian. I love my Aura Manipulation and Board State decks. Yeah, we had 7 gravies at my last RTN. None of them top-8'd, which was kind of interesting. But we did have a ton of gravies. So I can't really bring anything that has like an unwinnable gravy matchup. And I know RKO's gravy is not unwinnable. I just don't know the deck well enough to be able to beat it. You're giving me Mask of Deceit, so you're going to go Spinneret. Yep. Gravy did, in fact, not find a Orb Weaver Spinneret in their second hand, so they go Orb Weaver to get the Calicera. This is truly a hand of cards. I think I am not allowed to block with any of these. I just take the 8, hope that whatever this is isn't too bad for me, and then my line is going to be Wild Ride, hope that I keep a blue and a Strongest Survive. So we just don't block. I guess I could have given Beaten Trackers here, just to like get a point just in case. I don't think that's necessary yet. I'm gonna please Dory. I don't mind seeing Cinder Gravy. Verdance is a different story. Yeah, our representation. What did we have? We had, oh, nice. We had 7 gravies. We had 6 Oscilio, maybe? We had a pretty decent field for Kayo at my RTN. Stream Elements covering. Oh. You're right. Forgot about that thing. All right, that's too bad. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that. You're right, I forgot. I had it perfect too. All right, I'm gonna fix the overlay for next time. Here, let's do this. Let's do this today. Turn this off. We scoot, nope. We take you and we move you over here, and now it's just kind of bad. All right, I'll fix it. I understand the problem, and I know how to fix it. Oh, and you don't see the hand either. What am I? Oh, you know what the problem is? I'm in the wrong overlay. I set this out. I'm like, this is perfect. No. Okay, we got it. Everything's fine. Everything's perfect. I was in the wrong overlay. Behind the curtain. You all missed it. My earlier comment. I am a mess today. This is it's a real problem. I woke up late. I had to scramble to get the stream up. Everything's terrible. What's the problem? The overlay was bad. This overlay is correct. This is the gaming overlay. There was the browser overlay, the chatting overlay, and the gaming overlay, and I was in the browser overlay, not the gaming overlay. It's all right. We'll fix it in post. This game is going fine. This game is going less fine. I do get to discard this beast within, which is kind of cool. This is a smashing ground. I don't feel great about that, but it's fine. Just find a beast within. This is interesting. So this is kind of an interesting setup for us to have where, okay, we are also inert. So that means that I'm blocking. I'm thinking I'm going to block the pain in the backside with Beast Within. Marionette is going to Tunic Calicera for 5, which I can block. I'll give Swing Big and Savage Sash. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And then my turn is going to be Smashing Ground, Pitch, Run, Rush Shot, discard Agile Windup. This was like weirdly okay. But the Codex was good here. They did well with it. I'm only blocking 5 here. Marionette has the option to flick the Hunter's Glaive, mark us, turn Calicera into 6, and draw a card. But they don't have an action point. They already have a Ponder, and it would leave them with no Clave. Can add you into Smashing Ground and Swing Big. I was short. I would have needed to. Maybe that was correct. I would have needed to take more damage for that. I would have needed to keep my hand to do pitch, run roughshod, mandible claw, discard wind up. Oh no, I see what you were saying. Yeah, that was a line. That was a line I could have taken. Take the damage, take 10. Discard the wind up on their turn. I don't love that though. All right, Meat Madness for 3. Am I legally allowed to block this? My hand is pretty sick. If I get to keep it. So what I might be doing here is blocking with Fleshbag and Trackers, hoping that whatever's in the arsenal is not a reaction, and then I get to Show of Strength, Strongest Survive. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cash in my Fleshbag here, because this is a big turn if I get to keep 4 cards. Oh, the Flick Knot. God, I'm so bad at this game. Jesus. Not saying that it was... Oh, and they hit it. God. Not saying that it was correct for me to, like, put 5 in front in case of the flick. I'm just saying that I forgot. Yeah, you hit your 1 and 3. I always forget that Marionette has text. In that case, I'm going to sash here. I kind of don't want an arsenal against Marionette, and this is a lot of damage to not sash for. I'm threatening 16 here. Get it to the point. Marionette no longer has claves. Like, this isn't as bad as it could have been. It's just like, ugh. What a hand. What a hand to have hit there. Have the stains in arsenal. Get the high roll. Pain in the backside here can get blocked by a smash up. I'm going to leave the CNC on top. I guess I didn't need to block this because it is just 4. Marionette can't mark me without a clave. Cut from the same cloth shows my incredibly mediocre hand. Calicera me. I'm going to put a Wrecker Romp in front of it. If you have a T-Tox, I'm like kind of sad that you had a T-Tox. But otherwise, I don't want this Wrecker Romp. I just CNC for 6. Which is fine. It's like, okay. Is it great? No. But it's fine. I get the Mark of the Black Widow that I knew about. Kind of Blood Rush. No Sash, but I do have a blue. Savor Calicera, just, I don't care. Like, I'm not blocking this. I guess Marionette could have, like, a Reaper's Mark. Is that what that card is called? The blue one that they discard, Reaper's Call. They could have had a Reaper's Call and, like, get me with that, but I'm not going to block the Calicera. I haven't seen a T-Tox yet, and my hand is really good. I believe this is a time that I need to break trackers. I don't know that I would get a better time than this. As much as I wish I knew what the top 2 cards of my deck were, I think this is the moment. All right, so these aren't great. I can do Fearless. So this is the same amount of damage. Yeah, the double Fearless here is unfortunate. If one of these was like a Mighty Wind-Up or any Brute card, I could actually get my full value from this, but instead there's really no difference between Mandible Claw CNC and Fearless Confrontation CNC. I guess the difference is that Fearless Confrontation says that I don't end up needing to arsenal a Fearless Confrontation. Oh no, that doesn't make sense, because then I can't Gauntlets the CNC. All right, well, we Gauntlets first for sure. Saddest Blood Rush ever? Yeah. I think I'm supposed to arsenal this Fearless. Yeah, I get to arms. This is the advantage of doing the claw line. And I get to lead with the CNC because I have the action point. We've only seen 2 D-Reacts out of Marionette. We've seen a Fate and an Inertia Trap. And they can't even do Under the Trapdoor. Ooh, I get a Kiss of Death. That's hot. And then I just Mandible Claw and am sad about it. I think I still arsenal this Fearless. As unfortunate as that is. It's like not good, but it's not terrible. Depending on what I'm attacked with. Okay. See? I didn't have to discard anything. You're going to get Kiss of Death, I assume? Yeah, send it for 7. I get to go block with Arms, block with Energetic, block with Vigorous, cover 8, make 2 Vigor, and then send Strongest Survive for 8. Do I want to sink Wild Ride? No. So I threaten Lethal with the Strongest Survive, which is already nice. It also has an on-hit that is potentially very relevant. I know I have a Wild Ride on top of my deck, which is pretty cool. I'm at 14, which is pretty cool. I still have 2 Blood Rushes in my deck. This game is looking good from my position. It depends a lot on what Marionette has in hand. Marionette could block 6, show me a 3. Could block 3, show me a CNC. What stealth attack do you have? Should be a Kiss of Death? Okay, well that's spooky. This hand is a hand of cards. Not believe I didn't block with fear. What do you mean? Kiss of Death for 7? I don't think I can block this. I still haven't seen a T-Tox. Also, I want to clear the mark, which is kind of nice. I mean, we'll see if I get punished by whatever's in Arakni's hand. It's just Calicera. Surprised they didn't arsenal the Scar Tissue. I guess they don't want to put themselves in a position where they have to keep Tunic. I'm not blocking this. Oh, with Feast. I didn't block with Feast because I wouldn't have been able to play the Strongest Survive. I would have had to play... I would have gotten 2 Vigors, pitched Strongest Survive, and played Fearless Confrontation, and am sad about it. Does Energetic... Where is it? You only make 1 Vigor. I don't... What would my turn have been in that case? We just rip a Blood Rush here. And try to push as much damage as I can. With a second Blood Rush in hand, that gets a lot spookier. So what I can do... I can play the Blood Rush. Keep the Clash. It's blue. You don't need Vigor. No, the Clash was yellow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I just play, I'm risky like that, Steve, and I play on the edge. So I can play Blood Rush. Try to find another blue. I just feel like that has the potential for being a worse turn. This hand sends... Mandible Claw Swing Big, and then I just keep this Blood Rush. I get to send 15 damage. I can make it 16 and force Marionette to give me Flick Knives or Spring Tunic. Let's just go for gold, you know? Never didn't have it. I think last turn you should have let Mark drop and save arms. Sure, you take 2 from Kiss, but you'd have arms up to take maximum 1 less next turn. You're hitting me with Lair? I don't think it's going to matter, buddy. Where did I use my arms to block? Oh, I see what you're saying. Here's a show of strength. Our Arakni opponent may not be dead, but they are very close to it. 5, you play a D-React. Always looking for moments to drop Mark in this matchup. I should have looked for that. That is something I need to consider more. So, oh my god, we're so up. We get to clear our Fearless Confrontation and also put Marionette to 1. And we got Tunic and Flick. We're so up. So I'm feeling very good in this position. We can definitely brick. This hand doesn't brick. This hand does get to do the thing. They go Black Widow, which we'll never get to use. Yeah, we got there. Oh, you have Schism. Nice. It was a fine game. I think there were a few moments, like Dave said, that we could have let the mark drop. Like Steven said, I made a risky play that I didn't have to make because I just didn't see the other line of pitching a yellow. We got that, got there against Marionette, which I'm always happy about. Deck fired well. Ooh, here's another bad matchup. This is what I'm saying. There aren't too many matchups at the top of the meta where I'm like, Oh, I'm happy to see this. Against Kassai, I'm trying a new plan, which is being much more defensive to try to find Blood Rush. Just because this is a matchup, except for Ataya, which I'm interested in trying as opposed to Strongest Survive. Which actually, that probably doesn't make sense if my plan is to be defensive. There are too many matchups in this. Jesus, I keep drawing these hands against Kassai that just don't block early. Which I know I'm boarding in. I think I have 15 non-blocks in my deck, so like statistically I should be seeing 1 in an opening hand, but 2 is pretty wild. Now thankfully this Kassai doesn't attack. Set up to punch through. There are too many matchups, in my opinion. Keep it blue. Damn. There are too many matchups that feel like I need to do the thing. Like, oh, if I find Blood Rush, I'm good. Or I really need to find, like, if I find 2 early Blood Rushes, I win. Or I need to set up until I find Blood Rush. There aren't enough matchups in this meta where I feel like, yeah, I just outvalue them. Speaking of value, what am I looking to do with this hand? The highest value line is just swinging Show of Strength, but I believe the line I'm supposed to take is holding the Strongest Survive, so I can try to slow Kassai down while I find my Blood Rush Bellow. This is the first Kassai game I've played in my last 3 Kassai games. This is the first one where I didn't take damage on turn 0 and got to keep an arsenal. So, we're looking up. Seduce Secrets from Arsenal. Turn on your swords. I believe, because I knowing what my hand arsenal and top of... Oh, you don't know my arsenal. Okay. Oh, it's a spoils turn. I feel like I'm probably cashing in some armor here. I feel like it's this block. My hand does things, which are Buckwild, Strongest Survive, Arsenal, Blood Rush. Just feels right. Like here I'm putting myself in a position to get reacted on. But Kassai will only be able to push 1 through, and I'm going to block the second Saber. So what this line does is play around the spoils, but also play around Blood Follows Blade. Nice. And we're just giving Kassai an intellect penalty, so this is pretty good. Kassai doesn't know that we have a Strongest Survive. This could be a decent Blood Rush turn. The problem with this being a Blood Rush turn is if I discard my Buckwild and don't draw a go again, then I'm just not doing as much damage as I could. I think I'm saving the Blood Rush, especially because I have Disruption that Kassai doesn't know about. I don't want to give her the balance play that would let her draw a card to better block out Strongest Survive. Assuming, yeah, 2 pieces of armor and a 3 block. We get most of Kassai's fridge on this one. Depending on this hand, I'm probably... It's kind of interesting. I'm probably just taking a bunch of damage here. To play out, I guess, this Blood Rush and possibly this one, depending on what my hand looks like. But this is when I can start cashing in my life lead. I have found the Blood Rushes that are integral to winning this game. Although with a Kassai activation, I am maybe more interested in blocking. So if I went block, block, the Saber goes to 5, my hand is not that good. I think I'm okay with this. Like, I don't love it. Hey, Lipiaco. Like, I don't love Kassai getting the gold. But I think this is not the time that I need to be defensive, because my hand without... I guess I could have blocked with Smashing and Blood Rush, but man, I really do hate cashing in Blood Rush for block value instead of play value. See what we find. Tragic. His hand is almost good. I'm one resource off of being able to Buckwild Smashing Ground. I think I double Blood Rush here. To try to draw into a better hand. Like, the 3 blues there are just not great. This hand is also not great. Yeah, these blues are not good. This is not... The double Blood Rush here was not good, unfortunately. What we did was we drew a bunch of bad cards. Turns out that when the top 6 cards of your deck are blue, you do not put yourself in a position to do well. Thankfully, we have the strongest survive, so we don't rely on the Smashing Ground here. Yeah, blues galore, not great. I'm going to Arsenal the Smashing Ground, though, which is still fine. We've seen 2 Seduce Secrets out of Kassai, so it's possible that she won't have anything playable from Arsenal in the face of the Smashing Ground. This is blue line Kayo. Yeah, it's something I'm trying, where I'm just playing 60 blues. Because I keep not drawing blues, and I'm like, well, what if I had more blues in my deck? Smashing Ground for 10 gets covered by 3-block D-React. Well, hopefully they don't have exactly that. No, she had exactly that. The good old mid-range value pile. Yeah, that sucked. Where were you? Where were you all? You're late. What does this hand do? Oh my god. What just happened to me? I think that the next card on top is also a blue. Yeah, I mean, this is the variance of Brute, right? Also, the Smashing Ground is now terrible. What the fuck just happened? I just can't really block this without giving up all of my armor. What's unfortunate is that this hand also just kind of sucks. I can discard Agile Windup, break my Sash to show a Strength Bear Fangs, which is not embarrassing. It pushes 17 damage, which I guess is what I'm supposed to do. This is like, ugh. Double never the answer. That hand was not good, though. Yeah, no, I don't know. Was the double Blood Rush correct in hindsight? No, but I also don't know what I was doing with that hand. Like, that hand just wasn't great without double Blood Rush. The 3 blues just got me. I need to discard this because I am going to do the Sash play. We're threatening 17. We still have a significant life lead. We're buying time. We have armor. I'm going to make a Might. The Smashing Ground is relevant. We're not in a terrible position. We're not in a good position. But we're not in a terrible one. Now we're drawing the reds. Oh, yeah, we have that to look forward to as well. Because we drew a bunch of blues in a row, now we're going to draw a bunch of reds in a row. and not be able to do anything. This hand functions. This hand does Buck Wild. With a few lines. We can block with Tyrannical Rex and smash it to prevent the hit. Make a Vigor. My turn is then Buckwild Smashing Ground for a total of 13, or do you think I want to block this one? I want to block this one out to play around Blood Follows Blade. Do I want to sink Reckless Stampede? You have a Blood on her hands on the top of your deck? Oof. I think I want the Reckless Stampede on top because I want to draw it. Because now I get to threaten more damage. This is an interesting spot to be. Are you going to play the blood on her hands? Okay. Buff weapon, go again, attack twice. Want to play a game versus Florian? No. If I could never play a game versus Florian, I'd be pretty happy about it. There's the Jesus Christ. Well, I correctly put her on Blood Follows Blade. Oh my god. Yeah. So this changes things. Comes in for 3. I go to 9. What am I doing? I can threaten lethal. So I have my Vigor, right? So I can push 13 damage, which forces her to give me at least 1 card. I have a Reckless Stampede on top of my deck, which if I put her low enough, I do just get to kill her with Reckless Stampede. Kassai doing the thing. Turns out when Kassai does the thing and we don't, it's very bad for us. Imagine if that Blood Rush was slightly better. I think I'm just sending the Smashing Ground here, and I'm sending it at Kassai. I need to put her low enough that the Reckless Stampede just kills her. I'm legally not allowed to block this turn. Oh my god. Alright, what is happening to me? There's a red slice and dice, so it's 4, 6, 8, 11, which means I do have to block. Jesus Christ. I don't think it matters which one I block. You're not grazing. Block with the Fearless. Go to 1. We're gonna die. This was terrible. This Blood Follows Blade is a good card. Who knew? Yeah, this matchup continues to be absolutely terrible. Just give me 2 cards. We clash twice. You have a Sharpened Senses on top. You keep that on top. I guess Show of Strength stays on top. It's fine. Crazy that Kassai didn't get bracers last turn. That makes sense. Unfortunately, I don't have Reckless Swing in my deck. Ooh, but I do have a Cast Bones, which is potentially good. I mean, I can't play around any kind of reaction here. Yeah, if we had drawn better on our double Blood Rush turn, we would have gotten there. To block there. I do get to push with the Bear Fangs, so I'm still pushing 8. Reckless, and you call yourself a brute player? I have to block with you. Now, if only this was also a Reckless Stampede. Oh. Lol. Sick. Wow, we weren't winning this game, but yes. Yeah, that was brutal. So she would have blocked with... Yeah, she would have been fine. Yeah, the Beast Within on top is just insult to injury. Yeah, I don't know. I think I played that game well. Like, the double Blood Rush was risky, but I still maintain that the single Blood Rush was not good. The single Blood Rush gave us 3 blues so that we couldn't actually convert a full hand. We get it, Marionette. You're meta. Oh, it's a very difficult matchup, but again, that's why I'm losing confidence in Kayo as an RTN deck. If there are 4 tier S decks in this format, which are Gravy Bones, Marionette, Kassai, and I feel like it's Verdance. Kayo has a bad matchup into all of those decks. Oh, that was from the last game. I'm like, where did that Wild Ride come from? Yeah, it is Brute Life. Up sticks, Hunter's Clave for 5. I'm blocking with the Energetic Impact. I think I'm also blocking with Swing Big. Not that I want this Beast Within, but I want a non-red that I can use to pitch. Infect. Okay. Flick me, you won't. Honestly, this is fine. Yes, I start lower on life, which is unfortunate, but Arakni doesn't have an arsenal, and I'm not marked. So, like, overall, after Sup, I don't feel like Kayo is bad into her. Into Kassai? I disagree. I just Blood Rush here. I could Strongest survive and arsenal the Blood Rush? That doesn't seem as good, though. I am not going to break trackers here. Not without knowing what my hand looks like. Yeah, this is fine. Do I want to arsenal the Run Roughshod? I don't. I think it's better to pay out the single bad Blood Rush and keep your other one since you know you need it to beat Kassai. I could see that. That's reasonable. I could see that being a decent argument. We Gauntlet. I think I'm just using this blue to pay for the Blood Rot. Like, don't love it. Run Roughshod isn't the worst card to have in my arsenal, but I feel like there's a decent... I need to play for a pretty specific set of hands to get value from the Run Roughshod and arsenal. I'd rather just not have an arsenal. Like, I'd rather be safe about it. I can see that, Steven. It's a decent point. Just like, play for my out of chaining blood rushes together as opposed to going for the big play that might not get there. Hey, this hand is bad. But am I supposed to block anyway, knowing that if I block with Show of Strength and I get T-Toxed, I'm sad about it. But if I don't block with Show of Strength, I don't get T-Toxed. There's just a lot of potential for me to IP a red. This is fine. I might be playing into the T-Tox, but I still just don't want the Show of Strength. I think you're all right. I was not supposed to double blood rush there. That was a turn. I only block Kiss if I'm dying otherwise. I just don't do anything with 4 cards in this hand. And I didn't see what line Arakni could have where I get punished for not having a 4th card. Like, I don't know what on-hit I'm afraid of. Codex doesn't get me without a Leave No Witnesses. Leave No Witnesses doesn't get me. The only thing that, like, really gets me there, which I guess I could have played around, is Flick a Clave to give Go Again Meat Madness. But that's such a fringe case. These Strongest Survives have been very good. I hate this without having a blue. I still Blood Rush. I'm probably cashing in some armor here. I mean, I could just blank this turn. Like, I can do this. Arakni loses this card, gets it back. I've used my sash, I get to Blood Rush. Is this an irresponsible use of armor? The only other thing that really... But, like, nothing really gets me here, right? I do this. I don't even need to block with Savage Sash. I'm not marked, yeah, but it's like, I know I'm not marked. My thinking is I could just end Arakni's turn, prevent the mark, which preventing the mark in itself, you know what, I am going to do this. Preventing the mark in itself is valuable because Mask of Deceit doesn't turn Marionette into whatever they want to be. I've used my sash. I've got my sash value. Like, this was not the insane play, but I'm going to Blood Rush here. We are looking for a blue. Come on, I saw 6 of them in a row, 7 of them in a row last game. Surely there's going to be one on top of my deck. Discarding the Strongest Survive is tragic. Would have been nice to discard the Wild Ride, draw a blue, and be able to Buck Wild Strongest. This is a fine hand. What is the best way to play it, though? Mandible Claw, pitch, break sash, Buck Wild pitch, Gauntlets Wild Ride, threatens 5, 14, 20. I guess that's the best line I have. Yeah. This is the best line I have to, like... I'm threatening lethal, for one thing. I get a pretty extreme life lead. Blind Mask of Deceit and Tarantula, that's pretty hot. If you're blocking, does that mean that my plan changes? I don't think so. I think I'm still just pushing as much damage here as I can. Wild Ride, blind, discard Beast Within. Well, that's what I'm going to hit next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Wild Ride, blind, discard Beast Within. Beast Within triggers, draws me a run, roughshod, and then I get to end my turn with a 7. There's a world where I just end my turn and keep this Wild Ride for next turn, but I think that's really bad. I think I just push 8 while I can. Put myself up 19 points. And yeah, if I end up not converting hands, that's kind of tragic, but I'm still threatening lethal basically every turn. Gross. Alright, surely I find a blue. I discarded the wrong red, but I found a blue, so I at least have that going for me. It's just Gauntlet's Wild Ride. Continue to push the advantage. Threaten lethal again. Probably, I guess Marionette can block around this not being lethal. I know, Steven, we're big up. Now we're living the brute life. I'm getting it against the Marionettes. I didn't get it against the Kassai, but I got it against the Marionettes. Gauntlet, we Wild Ride. Mandible Claw also threatens lethal, but it gives Marionette a lot of outs. This says they have to give me at least 2 cards. There could be a D-React. I think that if there was a 4-block D-React, I would have seen it on the last Wild Ride to play around like CNC Finisher in hand. Alright, they went into Reckless range to keep a 2-carder. See what the 2-carder is. You would have clawed there? I get the argument for it, for sure. I'm kind of... We've seen a Leave No Witnesses. We've seen a Excuse Me. You Meat Madness in Arsenal? Well, if I get to set up whatever I want, I have this Wild Ride. Grab a Show of Strength? Discarding Beast Within here is so backbreaking for Marionette. I'm assuming this is a Leave No Witnesses. Oh. Alright. Well, I am going to remember that Marionette's hero power has, Marionette has text and correctly blocked 2. Yeah, that's, it's very bad for Marionette. Yeah, we just do this. I'm gonna break Beaten Tractors here. We just get to CNC show of strength. It's pretty hot. Threatening 20 damage. This game went well. I wish all of my Marionette games would go this well. I wish my Kassai game went this well. They know I have a show of strength. Yeah, I don't. I mean, they definitely don't have a way out. They didn't have a way out of this game. It was it the Blood Rush turn? Was it the first Blood Rush that just put us in like such a commanding position? I know the second Blood Rush turn was very good. Oh, the Fate Foreseen. Not that they had an out, but still. Am I bullying people on YouTube again? Hey, Rob. I have been bullying Marionettes. I got bullied by a Kassai. It was the worst double blood rush I've ever had, which, like, as chat will tell you, the double blood rush was already a bad idea. But I had blood rush in arsenal, blood rush in hand, and what I didn't know was 7 blues on top of my deck. Which, yeah, it just... We were not able to make it happen. It was very... Oh my god. Well, at least I'm going first in this one. To, like, make this game worse than the other two have been. Just like, God, we get it, Marionette. I know, you're a good deck. Got triple BRB'd last night. You're right. Early BRB and they didn't play Disruption. That was very good. 4 wide on a double BRB is hot. With this hand, I could definitely send a Wild Ride, set up a Might. And then that's just it. I think I'm sending... No, I'm not sending Mandible Claw. I kind of just want these cards. Yeah, we find double blue, so at minimum, I get to Buck Wild, Strongest Survive, Arsenal Wild Ride. I could also... I'm not going to block this. I could also... block... No, that doesn't work. Hey, Keaton. Thought I was going to play Florian. I would never play Florian. Except that I might. It's a deck that I'm interested in trying at some point. Ew. Turn 1 Spinneret's not looking good. Am I blocking this ever? I don't think so. I'm assuming, yeah, oh my god, Scar Tissue. Jesus. My experience during RTN, double BRB, draw 2 red happened in 2 matches. My RTN was just not drawing Blood Rush. Like, the entire thing was just, hey, what if I didn't draw Blood Rush? This game is going significantly better for our Marionette than the last Marionette games that I've played have gone. I mean, going second in the match will do that, but yeah, I'm assuming we're getting Mask of Deceit. Find your Black Widow. You're so cool. Oh, you find Trapdoor. You're going to Inertia me? This is the second time, so it's the first time this has happened today. This happened in my RTN as well. I am curious, Marionette players in chat, is this becoming more of the strat? So what my last opponent said, the reason they masked into Trapdoor for Inertia is to take me off of arsenaling Blood Rush. Like, the way that my RTN opponent thought about it was the way that Marionette loses is by BRB high roll. So they just want to keep me off of a 5-card Blood Rush, which I thought was, like, way too defensive. I did not like that. I thought you just push your damage. Like, find your Black Widow. Just, like, kill me. Don't worry about stopping me from doing anything. Worry about killing me. Play your game. Don't play around my game. Was the way I thought about it. But it's the second time I've seen this. So, like, you tell me, is that the new plan into Kayo? Ian, the reason I like Wrecker Romp is that I don't have an energetic. It blocks with energetic, is why I'm doing it. You get to block with Wrecker and energetic impact to make a vigor. Need to slam Inertia always? My deck has to set up Blood Rush or I lose? Interesting. I feel like the Blood Rush high roll is not as good. But I admit that I could just be wrong. I feel like I'm taking this. I really don't want to be marked, but, like, I'm not going to block the Clave. Oh, you were supposed to flick? I assume it's another graphene. Codex Finder, leave no witnesses. Well, that's why we have armor. Mark of the Black Widow. Interesting. We're going to grab Strongest Survive. We're going to discard Bear Fangs. I'm going to block this. Oh, that's pretty cute. I forgot it would be for 6. In that case, I think I'm blocking like this. To cover this, I stay marked, which is unfortunate. I Strongest Survive for 6. I Arsenal Buckwild. Seems fine. Marionette doesn't have an onboard way to get me. I'm still setting up. Strongest Survive for 6 is maybe relevant, depending on what the Marionette draws. I still have my flesh bag. I have gauntlets. I crave for the day I see Codex banned. It'll never happen. All right, let's see your attack. Pain in the backside. Oh, no. That's pretty hot. Tunic Calicera. I assume it's Calicera. Clear the mark. Pain in the backside. I need to decide how I'm going to block that. Am I supposed to just get pained here? I don't think so. I think I can block this. This was a ponder, so neither of us know what this is, or I don't know what this is, but you didn't choose to put that there. Okay, great. I go to 16. I get to send a bunch of damage. Ending 14. I don't think Codex is ever going to be banned. As someone who no longer plays Assassin, I would love to see Codex be banned. But if they didn't ban Codex during the Lexi days, I don't see why they would ban it now. Always block like it's Lava Burst. Having close games against Mario and then die from 10 to a massive dagger. Yeah, they do that. Arakni with the one card, the Codex hand. Ooh, I drew this thing finally. Hey, wow, it's almost like I knew. Thought I had seen a Codex from you already. What do I get to do with this? I think what I am supposed to do... Thinking, please bear with me. So, I can discard Wreck-a-Romp, pick up Bear Fangs, block the Leave No Witnesses with Gauntlets and Smash Up, make a Vigor, Wild Ride Bear Fangs. As much as I want Strongest Survive, I think I'm supposed to go with the higher value line. Back to the, like, play my game, not theirs point. Do I want to sink Wild Ride? No. Because I want to know that I have a 6 on top of my deck. Yeah, Matt, Marionette is, I mean, it's just a very good deck right now, right? Very good deck, very strong. The reactions make it difficult to play around. Calycera working with everything in the deck is just a house. I'm threatening, potentially, hopefully, 13 damage here. My life total is fine-ish. I have my flesh bag, which I'm pretty happy about. Oh, you wanted to keep the inertia trap. Yeah, that makes sense. They both block for 3. Sick. Love to see that. Interesting. Hey, you know what? You know what? I would have had to... I would have had... The hand would have been Blood Rush, Fearless, which would have been interesting. So I need to live, which means that I think I'm using Flesh Bag here to just, like, try to fuck with Marionette's turn. We're keeping Gauntlets. My plan... I don't care about blocking the Kiss, also Marionette's hero power. I don't care about the Kiss damage. I care about whatever else Marionette has going on with their turn. I also want to save the Gauntlets so that if I get Codex Leave No Witness again, I can go Gauntlets Fearless. Jesus Christ. That sucks. Well, grip it and rip it. Do I care about this? I think this is when I'm supposed to break trackers, just in case, knowing that I have Agile Windup in my arsenal. So I can Mandible Claw, Break Sash, Agile Windup, Wild Ride. It's just such a cool deck. Smile. Codex of Inertia is pretty good, turns out. My opponent did like IP2 cards there, which is kind of nice. So we're going to Mandible Claw first. Break the Chain, Savage Sash. Go Agile Windup first. Because I just need to know that I, like, have the action. I guess I could have played the Wild Ride. Because I had the action point, even if I miss. Now I have 2 Inertia. And a Sink Below. Okay, I'm still threatening lethal. So Wild Ride still does the thing. I guess giving me Flick Knives here is fine for Marionette if they really wanted to. Gross. Calycera for 1 potentially has go again. We have not seen any T-Toxes yet. Is there a line for Marionette that kills me if I don't block this? If I do block this, how do I die? I can give a CNC here. I can get between CNC and Show of Strength. I can give a CNC. I get T-Toxed. Let's do this. Incision T-Tox. Cool. I've heard this Tarantula Toxin card is good. So we have seen 3 Under the Trapdoor, Sink, double Inertia Trap. So the Under the Trapdoor is gone. I believe both Inertia Traps are gone. I am putting my Arakni on having a Frailty Trap and some combination of 4 or 5 other D-Reacts. I think the line is CNC. This would have been 7 damage. You block 6. I think this is a D-React. I think that's the only card that they have in hand that makes... Oh, it's Codex. Okay, great. Codex leave, no. I want the Show of Strength. I can block here. I win the Clash. I make a Vigor. That's got to be fine, right? I have a blue on top of my deck. I do not want to sink. All right, so I should win. We love 0 for 6, don't we? Which 0 for 6? Assassin has so many. Is there a... No, there is not a world where I don't do this. Pushing 14 damage is... Honestly, this might not win. We'll find out. For 10, so D-React brings it to 6. I think you have to give me... Take that, so not a D-React. There is not a safer play that I can make. Oh my god. Cool. Wild Ride Claw, Show of Strength. So Marionette sucks, is what you're telling me? This deck is garbage? This is the nice thing about the new Marionette list that people are running, these like very aggressive ones for Gravy Bones, is that the decks are just, like there's so many 2 blocks, which is cool. It was a very good game. Another low disruption game for Marionette. They started off strong and we just had like good turns. Good go again, good disruption. Strong to Survive continues to be an absolute house. God, I love seeing Arakni losing. I agree. I also love to see Arakni lose. It does make me happy. Gravy Bones. All right, this is going to be another bad one. I am told I'm supposed to go first. Statistically, that isn't true. But I'm told that it's close enough that the data's a toss-up, and I'm going to trust my teammates. We're playing Crown of Providence instead of Scowling Fleshbag. The data does support Crown of Providence. Playing around the first Conqueror is seems to be more impactful than like stopping what's happening. This hand, a non-marionette, right? This hand has the potential to do fun, interesting things. I think I'm supposed to attack here. Great. That's excellent. I was not supposed to attack here. No, this is fine. Arsenal the Savage Feast. Look to block with my beaten trackers. It's kind of interesting. Don't look to... So I can try to save this, maybe? If I get conked, this is definitely where I cash in my crown. Shaman Graveyard, that's sick. Cool card. How am I killing this chum? I can Wild Ride the chum and just hope that I don't get Fearless. I can... Wild Ride face. Wait to get chummed. Can block like this. Wild Ride Gravy? I guess I Wild Ride the chum. It's unfortunate. I will block here, prevent the gold. Like, having a Wild Ride chum feels bad. I just feel like it is the best way for me to deal with it. Discard the beast within because I'm great. Do not destroy beaten trackers because I don't need it. Blue. Fuck. I guess CNC is still fine. Especially if the chum dies, I just get to CNC Gravy and they have to care. The other line is I could Fearless, discard one of these, and if I draw a blue, I could break trackers. That just doesn't seem as good. I'd rather save this for next turn. Like, let's send the CNC. Gravy has to respect it in some way. Either lose the arsenal or protect it. Discard Fiddler's Green, sick. Cool card. Balance Hook, okay. Balance Hook, loot the hold. Am I expecting to win this matchup? No, I am not. Especially after discarding my Ataya, which is like relevant. I think I just let the tipple hit. Like, as much as I don't want to give gold, maybe I was supposed to block it because I have crowned. Like, what else am I protecting? What am I saving my armor for? Yeah, we just conk here. A lot to go again in this hand. Oh, God. This deck is so stupid. Can we ban Gravy? Can we actually do something reasonable about this deck? I mean, Jesus Christ. Gravy started this turn with no allies in graveyard and 4 cards in hand. Like, seriously, can we do something about Gravy Bones? Something real and meaningful. Pulping the Gravy. I'm just sending some damage here. I am intending to kill that Enka at some point. Okay, discard the Buckwild. That's not super unreasonable. Swabby in graveyard. This is so dumb. This hero is so stupid. Oh, and I have to discard to the Anka effect. That's right. Okay, we'll discard a Buckwild. My turn is going to be Gauntlet's Claw Anka. Holy shit. Close chain, activate gauntlets. Actually, I'm just going to claw Gravy. I think I'm not supposed to care about Anka that's tapped right now. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize I think I'm supposed to disrespect Anka here. Scrub the deck. Cool. Yeah, why not? I've already made a gold. You got him right where I want him, Steven. I'm dying. I also can't clash with an ally. Surely you won't have a Conqueror to punish my arsenaling? I don't even care about the Conqueror. I care about just whatever the next bullshit turn is going to be. Which was scrub the deck Sawbones. I don't think I could block this either. I'd be Sash, Gauntlets, Wrecker Romp. I think because I need to save armor for Conk. Jesus Christ, I hate this hero. Sometimes games against Gravy are like fun and fine, and then sometimes they go like this. Like, well, I don't have an Anka, so. Anka your ally, because you just always have one in hand. Why not? Do not break trackers. Discard Bear Fangs. I am going to Claw Sawbone, swing Big Gravy. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't have to worry about Fearless Confrontation. So that's pretty neat. Lost my Kayo versus Gravy game 0-30 off the back of a Fearless Chum. That's my fear. My greatest fear is Fearless Chum. Continue to disrespect Anka. Alright, let's see what bullshit Gravy can do with a 3-card hand. There's 2 playable allies in Graveyard. Okay, port side, that's a good one to start with. If you're gonna put a bullshit turn together, that's a good one. Discard Fiddler's Green, sick. Double Fiddler's Green, so the Gravy lists are becoming more degenerate. Didn't you kill Anka last turn? I did not kill Anka. I disrespected the Anka. Which is maybe a mistake. I think I need to block with Sash. Deciding if I need to break Sash. Because I'm going to Pulping Face, draw a discard. If I get Anka'd, this is fine. I guess I'm just wrong for disrespecting Anka this long. Like, I guess I do just need to kill Anka. Just had the most satisfying Huntsman mirror game last night. I'm going to live that off that high forever. Alex, why would you think that this is the time to come into my chat and talk about Arakni Huntsman? Like, what about what you know of the board state, of me as a player, or of me as a person would tell you that in this position, against a Gravy Bones, that I would want to hear about a Huntsman mirror? Let me know in the chat why you think that it's okay for you to come in here. Anka is a kill on sight ally. I wanted to disrespect it, and I'm learning that, yeah, don't do that. I can see you are currently malding about Gravy Boy. It's, this has been a game. I let this Anka live, and I'm really regretting it. But this is how I learn that I need to kill Anka. Rebel for 3 go again. Jesus Christ. All right, you know what? We're gonna pack it in. We're gonna not keep doing this. So now we learned we need to kill Anka. We have learned that Gravy Bones, it's totally fine that only chart was hit, not anything else. Hey, we got an Oscilio. I'm supposed to win this one. It's okay. That's why we play. We learn things, like kill Anka. Is that a tie-a punt? Do I want to enable chat? I kind of don't, actually. That Gravy Bones did not put me in a chatting mood. This hand sucks. I hope Oscilio lets me block. I would very much love to block with these two. If I can't block with these two, I think the line is just Show of Strength, Arsenal Buckwild, and Be Sad. Interesting. Surely you're supposed to Sigil Volzar. Yeah. Surely you deal damage this turn. What is happening? So I do have an option to just push a bunch of damage, which is Break Sash, Buckwild, Show of Strength, Arsenal, Swing Big. I'm actually going to do that because I do need to race Oscilio, and I'm less concerned about the block value from the two that I'm losing from Sash than I am about killing Oscilio quickly. Ban Compass for Gravy? I mean, ban something, honestly. Ban a meaningful card. And not just, like... They talk about how... I feel like the Gravy players love to come out and say, oh, they're banning our consistency pieces. Our deck is less consistent now. And it's like, okay, but you still have your spike turns. You're still doing things. I don't know. Like that last Gravy game, yes, I left Anka alive. Anka activated every turn. This is obviously bad for me. I should have killed the Anka. But the Gravy had 5 gold, so it isn't like the Gravy was never going to be able to put allies into the graveyard, and every turn was making gold, so the hooks were always free. Like, Gravy can still build for consistency, which is putting in these blues that make gold and put allies into the yard with go again. That's the first Gravy game I played in a while where I'm like, this hero's a problem, you need to ban it. Channel Lightning Valley. So we are in an interesting position. I would like to block for 6 at some point so that I can Wild Ride Swing Big. I don't know if this is when I want to block for 6. Kind of want to do this. Cover the 3. Keep cards in hand for a potential Mind Warp. There's the Channel Lightning Valley. Great. Volzar Spell. They get to draw a card. They get, what was it, Sigil of Lightning back, but you can't pitch it currently. Still Sigil of Lightning and a card I don't know. There's the Sigil. So lose the Channel Lightning Valley. We get to play Wild Ride. Energetic Impact, I don't care. This is a card that I don't know. So I have 2 options. One is Mandible Claw, Swing Big, Arsenal Smashing Ground, I guess. The other would be Break Chain, Gauntlet Smashing Ground. Sending 11 has to be better than sending 6. Yes, the 6 has Disruption tied to it, but I can't imagine that this is a better, that sending Smashing Ground is a better play than like wasting my go again. Yeah, this is correct. We're putting Oscilio under a lot of pressure. If Oscilio is not blocking with armor here, that means this isn't a combo turn, so the Smashing Ground Might Disruption is still online. That's a hand of cards. I don't have Sash here, which is kind of tragic. So I'm in an interesting spot where I do not believe that I'm getting comboed this turn. But if I get to keep all of these cards, I just win the game. I don't have Sash, which is sad. If I block with Blood Rush and then pitch Barefang's for Blood Rush, I get a guaranteed Beast Within. I'm just wondering if I give up my Flesh Bag here to keep Oscilio from killing me and then be able to constantly threaten lethal for the rest of the game. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Usually the way I approach Oscilio games is Flesh Bag doesn't get used until Greaves gets used. But I am feeling like I am so far ahead right now that I just need to kill Oscilio. I need to keep Oscilio from doing anything meaningful on this turn, and then I just keep him on the back foot forever. Let's see if it pays off. I'm kind of assuming Gone in a Flash for 4, play an instant. I pick up the Channel Light, and Channel Lightning Valley picks up Gone in a Flash, attack with Gone in a Flash again. Put me to 22. End the turn. Get back whatever this is. This is where I could have blocked with Blood Rush, but no. I'm not going to go for the like guaranteed Beast Within discard just because I want to have pitch value. I am going to break trackers here just to be safe. Beast Within draws me some cards. So I am 1 resource short of being able to play out 3 Chainlings. But I do have the resources to Smashing Ground first. To threaten Oscilio's arsenal. With the intention being that whatever this is, I want to get it out. So if this is a D-react, if it's an instant, I want Oscilio to play it in response to the Smashing Ground. If it's a D-react, I want Oscilio to use it in response to the Smashing Ground. Like, I want to know that this isn't a D-react so that I can safely pulping. You have 2 cards and a Sigil of Brilliance, so I don't know that this is a D-react. We'll close the chain. Gauntlets. Pulping is not lethal. Sorry, pulping is lethal. Pulping is lethal. I get another card. Put Oscilio to 2. You have a Sigil of Brilliance. I don't know what... Okay. Now I do know what these 2 cards are. Let's tell you to refresh the page. Yes. I'm done. Talishar, I'm done. Leave me alone. Cool. You break bindings. You need to do something. You are looking for literal anything that you can do to me. That ain't it. What is the safest way for me to play out this hand? Jesus. Oscilio found the sigils. So they were 1 turn off? Alright, the most damage that I could do safely. I could Buckwild Mandible Claw. I think that's just good enough. Like, just in case the Wild Ride misses, I just need to be threatening enough damage that Oscilio can't mount any sort of defense. I'll Arsenal the Strongest Survive, which isn't incredible. Sigil to 5, go to 1. All right, well, in this case, I am going to Gauntlets. Hopefully force you to give me 2 cards, or give me a card in Old Knocker, which also feels great. Not out of the woods yet. Still need to actually win the game. How many Sigil of Brilliances do you have? Jesus Christ. I forgot that he picked one up. Hey. If I don't die this turn, I think I win. Depending on what Oscilio does, I could just block with 2 Vigorous Smash-Ups, get to Vigor, and be able to pay for a turn. Gross. That is a real Oscilio hand. Claw for 5 into Gauntlet, swing big for 11. That's enough to win a game of Flesh and Blood. The question is, do I keep the Savage Feast? I think that must be right. Like, I could pitch the Savage Feast to Gauntlet and then pitch Energetic to swing big just to get Savage Feast out of my hand so that I don't have to Arsenal it. I'm not a huge fan of Savage Feast in Arsenal, especially when I don't have beaten trackers. But surely it's just good enough in Arsenal. Like, it doesn't matter, but surely it's just good enough. Play from Arsenal, not as clean as I would have liked it to be, but we got there. 16 value a turn. We were popping off. Oscilio was a turn slow on finding the Sigil of Brilliance for a big combo. Against Florian. I put me going first. That's interesting. I don't feel great about Florian, and I feel like I cut some Florian tech recently that I might regret cutting. Cast Bones is kind of an interesting one for me, so I have double yellow Smash Up. What if I cut Buckwild for Cast Bones? What if we tried that? I don't know if that's good or not. Against Florian, I just end the turn. GG's, Lando. Yes, Kayo is unfavored for you. Yeah, sorry for not enabling chat if you wanted to say hi. I just came from a gravy game. That was like the worst gravy game I've ever played. It was not in a chatting mood. This match will put me on Florian. All right, you have a Seeds in Graveyard. Surely it still is not worth attacking. If they had given me 2 cards, like if it was Seeds Fruits, I would have pushed damage. Yeah, that was the worst gravy game I've ever played. It was not good. I was not in the mood to chat. No worries. Thank you. I appreciate your acceptance. Something else I'm trying with Florian is AB0. Feels like, what if I just killed Florian instead of caring about the rune chance? Like, what if I killed Florian before Florian could really turn online? All right, they are on Yasker's list. That's good. This is the list that I really want to try playing against. The tell being the yellow Rune Rager, which I don't believe other Florian lists are playing right now. So I have a few lines. I can start with Buckwild or I can start with Wild Ride. It depends on what I think the Face Purgatory is going to do. I think I am going to start with the Buckwild. I wonder if I was supposed to block with Vigorous Smash up there and do a Wild Ride, swing big line. Like, I could have just blocked more. I think I was supposed to block more on that turn. Keeping my Wild Ride. I maybe get punished by Plow under here. Florian can decompose. Mangucci is my preferred currently. I know Mangucci's been cooking Florian for a while. I haven't seen his list. Ataya here, kind of interesting. I still don't think I'm blocking this. I don't really, I mean, there's no on hit. I don't need to block this. So Ataya's gonna let us convert. Oh my god. That was almost really bad. Keeping the CNC instead of the Reckless Stampede is tragic, with Florian not having an arsenal. This does play around Face Purgatory. I can discard the CNC if I get Face Purged, and then Gauntlet's Claw. I would love to see Face Purg get used here, because then I get to safely Blood Rush next turn. My Tunic is up. So I can either turn Tunic into 1 on Gauntlets now, or I can save Tunic for my Blood Rush turn. I think the correct play is using the Tunic now. We'll see if that comes back to bite me. The weird turn 0 where I refused to deal damage. I was respecting... you were respecting Agile Wind Up. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, like, the first line you took, I understood why it was wrong. Like, unless you were just trying to filter Cosmo out of your hand, but that didn't make sense to me. But yeah, not playing the Cosmo... There's the Plow. Not playing the Cosmo because you wanted the action point makes sense. How am I blocking this Plow under? Am I giving 6 here to just mitigate all of the damage and then send Reckless Stampede? Or am I taking 3 to keep an arsenal? I think I'm taking 3 to keep an arsenal. This gets punished by Face Purg, which is maybe me making a mistake. We'll see. Like Riley says, Face Purg should only get used on Blood Rush. Florian doesn't know that he just bottomed a Blood Rush. I think if he knew he had bottomed a Blood Rush, there's a better chance that he Face Purgs here. It's also why I'm sending Reckless instead of Show of Strength. I look away for a minute and it's 25 to 25. Florian had the really good turn 1 of Grasp, Swarming Sword, and then has just kind of done nothing for a while. My turns have been, and by a while I mean 2 turns, my turns have also been pretty sick. The reason I'm sending Reckless instead of Show of Strength is to play around the Face Purg. If Florian does Face Purg me here, I want to get in for 3 to 4 damage. Yeah, Riley, if you're the Florian, if you knew for a fact, like if you had seen off like a clash that this arsenal is a Blood Rush, if you knew that I only have 2 that I will reasonably see this game, would you Face Purg me? Or are you hard committed to Face Purg doesn't exist until I play Blood Rush? You think even with the knowledge that I played it, Florian should not Blood Rush me? Or Face Purg me? It makes sense, right? That's how Kayo wins this game, is by Blood Rushing. I love to see one of these get used. The other one is whatever. Swing big on top. I'm going to keep the swing big on top for the next clash, and then I'm going to bottom it. I don't need a red 2 cost. No, not if you know that it's in my hand. If you know that I just bottomed a Blood Rush. If you knew that it was in my arsenal when you plow undered me. The well-grounded prevents the... Florian is taking 2 damage this turn. That is the important... That the well-grounded bought Florian 2 life and nothing else. Feeling good. Still have my armor. Tunic is a turn away. This hand functions. This hand says, I would like to block... I mean, we'll see. Okay. I would like to block. The question is, am I assuming that the Florian player is good? And by that I mean, if I block with Beast Within, I do Buck Wild, Gauntlet, Show of Strength, which is the better line. If I'm assuming the Florian is bad, I block with Fearless, I do Buck Wild, Show of Strength. I am losing a point of value, but if the Florian face purgs me, I'm like big up from Beast Within. I'm going to take that line, and again, Riley's going to say that I'm dumb because the Florian should only be face purging me on a Blood Rush turn. But sometimes you're out in the bad matchups is your opponent makes a mistake. And their mistake here could just be using Face Purg too early on like what is obviously a turn where it should get value. No, our opponent knows. They have the tech. They have the tech of don't intentionally misplay. All right. We're up 7. I mean, I feel like I'm in an okay spot this game. I would like a Blood Rush, please. Cast Bones is almost okay. Tilling's a good one. So, they decompose. They are still offline. I believe the line I am supposed to take is blocking 5, going to 16, playing Cast Bones, arsenaling Wild Ride, and just like setting up. I believe that's what I'm supposed to do. I make a Vigor that I can't use, or that I'm choosing not to use. We don't hit. We do see a Blood Rush. So it's Blood Rush, double yellow Wild Ride. Okay. 2 red 2 for 2 red 2 costs, 2 yellow Wild Rides, Blood Rush, Agile Windup. Which means the top of my deck is a Blood Rush and a Show of Strength. That is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that we don't have the Blood Rush, because it means that I can't safely Wild Ride. Now I have outs, which are Mandible Claw, discard Agile Windup, Command and Conquer. So I'm not like hosed for not drawing the Blood Rush, but man, I wish I had Blood Rush in this hand. I could go for it. I could play Wild Ride from Arsenal and have a 25% chance. I could also take this line block with the crown. I could crown and hope. It, like, isn't the worst line. I have a 50% of having an insane turn. I mean, this isn't terrible, right? I don't need to give up this armor. I will, because we're getting to about that time. I don't need to give that armor. So I block with crown. I sink my wild ride. What if I draw show of strength? I do pitch to claw, discard, CNC. I think this is still fine. And I think I'm going to give armor here. I think this is... Okay. The top card of my deck is Bloodrush Bellow, which Florian knows as well. Because I am not going to... If I had Bloodrush here, I should absolutely play it. Now, I have another line. I could discard Agile Windup here to make an Agility CNC, which I actually like much more. This plays around Face Purg in that if I get Face Purg, I can discard Show of Strength and then pitch Wild Ride for Claw. If I don't get Face Purg, I think I'm just sending Show of Strength. It is unfortunate. The 5-card Blood Rush here would have gone wild. Hey, Rose. Rose, you missed a good showing from your boy Gravy, where I disrespected an Anka and then got punished for it like 4 turns in a row. It was not great. It was the first game I played against a Gravy where I'm like really mad about Gravy Bones. It do be like that sometimes. Cool. I'm kind of assuming this is blue and felling, and then I just lose all of my tempo anyway. They definitely have the Earth in Graveyard. I'll probably watch it later. It wasn't a great game. Like, I think it goes much better if I don't disrespect the Anka. I also conceded halfway through because it was clear that I was not going to win from my position. The Gravy was Ankaing every turn, but also had 5 gold. Like, the way their deck was built is just, they are making gold every turn, so they can hook every turn. It was not a good showing from me. I mean, definitely go and watch it, but I don't think it's like, ooh, this is the Gravy tech. This is how I beat Kayo. I'm glad that I put Florian in such a bad position to have to really, like, struggle with this play. If I don't get Face Purgatoried, I will save my... I'm not going to Tunic Rex for the Show of Strength. I'm going to save my Tunic because I know the top of my deck is a Blood Rush. And I will probably need the Tunic to do something after I get Face Purged. There's also a line where I get Face Purged, I discard the Show of Strength, and I just Arsenal the Wild Ride instead of Mandible Clawing. That would be where I get punished for using my armor, but I'm kind of assuming that that Florian is not playing CNC. Like, neither Yasker's or Menguchi's lists, as far as I know, are playing CNC. There's the felling. I lose all my tempo because 2-card 11 is, you know, that's fair and balanced. We bottom CNC. I take all this damage. I need to, right? I need to keep cards in hand. Do Blood Rush. Let's see if it's enough. Florian still has bark skin. I don't think I can go 3 chain links wide. I think it's just Mandible Claw, Gauntlet, Reckless Stampede. If I Wild Ride... No, that isn't true. If I Wild Ride and keep both of these... Yeah, we Wild Ride here. We Wild Ride and hope. Sick. We did not succeed. We, in fact, got the worst possible outcome. But I think this was still the correct play. Like, I'm far enough behind in this game, and I need to be getting value from my Blood Rush, where I think I need to push that line. Like, if I take the safe play of Claw Reckless Stampede, I'm pushing 14 damage, as opposed to 20 damage. At this point, I just Beast Within. I'm going to save my Tunic. Hope is Brute Gaming. No, this went very poorly. It was going well for a while, and then Florian did Florian things. Florian is continuing to do Florian things. Yeah, this matchup's terrible. Oh, good. If the Beast... Jesus. If the Beast within had been discarded, we'd be very good. Tunic for the Gauntlet. Tunic for the Gauntlet doesn't win me the game. I mean, nothing wins me the game anymore. Tunic Gauntlet doesn't work because I needed to play to my out of, like, having 2 vigorous smash-ups in hand so that I could, like, block more effectively, block more efficiently, and then play out the Bear Fangs off, like, bottom to felling, block 6, 1 card 9. Like, that's what I needed. So what I like about the Earth Heroes, Florian not so much. What I appreciate from Verdant's players is how they'll tell you it's a high skill deck, and then they felling you. And you're like, cool. Sick 2-card play. This is like, God, this fucking, this is another reason I don't like Kayo. I thought the Earth Heroes were supposed to be dead. This one didn't even do the Yasker thing and, like, never played a channel mount. Well, I think I'm going to call it there because it's 10. It's about the time when I call it anyway. Felling's the hard part. It's for sure the plow. I don't know if you can still hear me. I tried to switch my overlays, and now everything is lagging out. Well, if you can still hear me, hopefully you can see me. OBS is... Oh, there we go. OBS didn't do well for a little bit. Is KO a high skill deck? KO is also not a high skill deck. People say Verdance and Florian require skill while saying Gravy is easy. I would give the Gravy players more credit. I don't think that Earth is a high skill deck. Anyone who says that is lying to themselves. KO is also not a high skill deck. This is absolutely true. We went 3-0 against Marionette, which felt great. I lost to every deck that was... Oh, no, I beat Oscilio. Lost to Kassai, Gravy, Florian. The Kassai game was winnable if I had played it better or drew better. One of the two needed to happen. The Gravy game was not good, but hey, we learned. Kill the Anka. Don't disrespect Anka. That Florian game was not winnable. Maybe if the Blood Rush is on top of the deck after the cast... If it's in the hand, or if I draw it from the crown, maybe. But we lost the 16%, and then we lost the 50%. And from there, the Florian just, had the space to double felling us. Earth being so overpowered makes me so angry playing against them. Verdance. You're going to tell me Verdance is high skill? You're going to tell me block 6 felling, block 6 plow, block 6 felling, break boots, burn bear, waning moon is high skill? You're out of your mind. Oh, you have to play potions and then stack your rampant growths? Whoa. Whoa, that's tough. Playing potions and then pitching. It is not a high skill deck. But neither is Kayo, so. While I have you all here, I'm going to turn on this. Come back tomorrow. I am doing a giveaway on stream. It'll happen at 9:30. I'm going to turn on... it's not every turn, it's most turns. I'm going to turn on Nightbot, and you're all going to enter a command whenever I say what it is. You're going to enter a word, and then you could win an Arakni Armory deck so that you can play one of the best decks in Flesh and Blood right now. And it isn't the one on the screen. It's the other one that isn't on the box. But thank you all for watching today. This is great. Hopefully you enjoyed some KO gaming. Both learning what to do against Marionette and learning what not to do against Kassai, Gravy, and I think I played the Florian pretty well. Just had some unfortunate variants, but I think the Florian game was actually played as well as I could have. But thank you all for being here. All 28 of you who are here now. All 224 who showed up. Appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow playing Marionette. It's just fine. It's a fine deck. It's very strong. I think it's a reasonable skill density. Reasonable skill expression. Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And until I see you tomorrow, take care.